What's up, everyone? Mr. Roscom here from the All Things Star Wars podcast. Sitting around, it's Sunday morning, the 8th, about 9:52 a.m. Central Time? Central Time. Here in beautiful Biloxi, Mississippi. It's fucking cold outside right now. This is the coldest it's been down here since I've been here, and I've been here since mid-February, and it is fucking freezing outside right now compared to what it's been. It's been 70s, sunny. I think it's even gotten into the 80s a couple of times. But anyway, I'm sitting here waiting for the new Solo trailer to drop, and I will be doing a live reaction as I watch it for the first time. But I figured I'd drop in and give my thoughts on Solo in general. We're at a really unique time in Star Wars. Hold on, let me pull up the chat just to see if anybody else actually hops in and watches. Riveting for the video audience, I know. But I haven't quite worked out all of the wickets to make sure I can see the chat. Actually, let's see. Move this window over and then pull up my own channel in a separate web browser. Pretty smart. And then my channel. And then, well, though, fuck, I don't want you to hear feedback from the thing. All right, I'm just going to pull up on my phone, because this is what we do. All right, there's us. And of course, I got to turn the volume right away. Yep, and then there I am. We'll look at the chat. Hey, Tony Ferrari, what's up, man? Oh, yeah, he's Canadian. It's eternally cold up there from what I understand, except for like a month in the springtime. I guess it gets kind of warm in Canada and then it's done. But anyway, yeah, talking about the Solo movie in general, we're at a weird time right now with the Star Wars cinematic universe. Last Jedi, we've gone over it multiple times on the podcast. Very polarizing, some really good stuff, some really shit stuff. And I'm real curious to see where they go with Solo. Only because Solo also had his whole history with the production issues and the firing of the original directors, bringing in Ron Howard to clean things up and having to do it in a rush. That's the thing I'm worried about more than anything. More than Disney's injecting SJW fucking shit into the movies. I'm more concerned about just the overall production of the movie and just how much of a shit show everything was. And I don't know. I mean, I like Ron Howard. I've seen a handful of his movies, and I've enjoyed them all, the ones that I've seen. Some of them have been a little bit more slow, a little boring. Nothing along the lines of a Star Wars movie, so it'll be really curious to see how he does like a space action movie. But yeah, this trailer today, first of all, this trailer today is very important for the movie itself, because most people that I've seen who saw the trailer were very lukewarm about it. Dave and myself, we were very lukewarm about the trailer. We're not buying this Heinrich guy as Harrison Ford's Han Solo at all. So this new trailer is kind of a make or break for this movie itself, because I think if this next trailer is lackluster and looks like shit, then your numbers for Solo are probably going to be not that great. I mean, I'm sure it's going to make money. It's going to be the #1 movie the weekend it opens, but it may not have the longevity that even like The Last Jedi had. And Last Jedi didn't even have that much longevity compared to Force Awakens. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see what happens in this trailer today. Now, what I'm hoping to see is I'm hoping to see a lot more Donald Glover as Lando Calrissian, because I think we all are pretty much of the opinion that he's probably going to steal the show as Lando. Donald Glover is an amazing actor. He's funny. He can be serious when he needs to be. I was a huge fan of Community the whole time that show was on, and his character Troy was one of the best parts of the whole show. So I'm expecting a lot from Donald Glover as Lando, not expecting much from Han Solo himself. I've made no reservations about the fact that I love Emilia Clarke. I think she is gorgeous. I like her as an actress. She is damn near the perfect woman, and hopefully she shines in this movie. And hopefully they can carry what's his name as Han Solo. And of course, Chewbacca, it's not hard to screw up Chewbacca. You put a guy in a tall guy in a costume, make him go roar. So that's that. But yeah, if this trailer isn't good, then I think the hype for this movie, well, there's not going to be any hype for the movie. And it's, I'm curious to see where they go with this today. Now, I don't think the Solo movie is going to be the make or break for the Star Wars cinematic universe as a whole, but I think it's going to be telling. Like if a lot of people who are claiming they were turned off by The Last Jedi are and don't show up for Solo, then that's going to be very telling. And I might send a message to Disney like, hey, you're fucking up. I think they should fire Kathleen Kennedy. I think she needs to go. I think she had the right idea in the beginning, but she has quickly become cancer for the Star Wars universe, and she just needs to get the fuck out of there. I would love to see like Dave Filoni take over at Lucasfilm. I think he'd be perfect because he seems to me, he worked really close with George Lucas on Clone Wars, and he seems to have a lot of George's mindset, and he knows how George ran things, but he also knows how to make good stuff without shit dialogue. So okay, I am back. Apologies. My internet fucking sucks here. There's not much I can do about it, unfortunately. I'm staying in a hotel and the Wi-Fi is absolute garbage. So ultimately what I'm doing is I'm using my phone as a hotspot, and that is how I'm getting my internet. So yeah, doing shit like this, it's a little sketchy, little hit or miss. It's also kind of shitty when it comes to the podcast too. So I do apologize. Now let me just verify that I'm actually back up and running. Okay, it looks like I am. So let me pull the chat back up. We have Bronco Fett in the chat now, it looks like. So, yeah, what I was saying before was this trailer, it's very important for the movie itself, because if this trailer looks like shit, kind of like the last one, not that the last one looked like shit, it just didn't do anything for me whatsoever. Alden Ehrenreich or whatever the fuck his name is, not believable as Han Solo whatsoever. So they have to do a lot. I mean, let's be real. I'm going to see the movie on opening weekend. That's, yeah, I've already, well, no, I haven't bought my tickets yet, though. They may go on sale today with the release of this trailer. So I got to keep an eye on Fandango for that. But I mean, realistically, I'm going to see it when it comes out. I can bitch and moan all I want, but it's me. I'm always going to be a Star Wars guy. It's so, but I mean, for the masses, because a lot of people are not as crazy about Star Wars as they used to, especially after Last Jedi. I know a lot of the left-leaning people loved it, but everybody else thought it was kind of shit. So we're waiting to see what happens with Solo. Expectations are low right now because of the troubled production, because of the direction they've been going with the fucking movies lately. I'm not expecting much out of it. I'm just kind of hoping for the best, we'll say. The trailer today, hopefully it drops soon. I mean, it's supposed to be out at some point today, and it's 11 a.m. on the West Coast right now. So, I mean, I would imagine it's going to go live soon. But while we wait, I'm just kind of putting my thoughts out there about Solo itself. And I will do a live reaction today. And, oh, by the way, we're recording an episode of the podcast tonight after Dave and I have both seen the trailer. And that's what the topic of next week's episode is going to be about. It's going to be about the new Solo trailer. So keep an eye and an ear out for that. As far as Solo goes, if the movie tanks, like, let's say it doesn't even make back its budget after marketing and all that shit, then Disney and Lucasfilm are going to have a lot to think about. They're going to have to think about, okay, do we really want to be making this many movies as we're making right now? Because as a Star Wars fan, it's a good time to be alive. We're getting new Star Wars movies almost every year. And they started off great. Force Awakens and Rogue One, great fucking movies. No issues with those at all. Last Jedi, it was about 40 minutes of a really good movie and then about 2 hours of dog shit. But, and then we'll see with Solo. Again, everything I'm seeing is not looking good. You're hearing all these alleged insider stories from people who were part of the production who say that it was just a fucking train wreck. So I don't know. I kind of take some of that stuff at face value. I'll make my own judgment because, again, I will see the movie on opening weekend. But what happens to this franchise is going to depend on the number of people that go to this movie and then go to episode 9, whatever that is, because these are the next 2 movies that are slated to be out. I don't know when Rian Johnson's movies are supposed to be out, but I'm guessing it's probably not going to be for at least 2 to 3 more years. And then what do we have? We have the Game of Thrones guys, but I think their stuff is going to be direct to the Disney streaming service, as is what's his nuts, Jon Favreau's. Is he making a movie or is he making a TV series also? I can't remember what they announced, but fuck it. Yeah, I think most of that stuff's going to go to the streaming service. I think the next theatrical movies you're going to see are going to be episode 9 after Solo, and then the first of the Rian Johnson trilogy, and then allegedly the Obi-Wan movie, which I don't care about that either. So they're doing their best to kill all interest as possible in the fucking Star Wars movies, which is just great. Yeah, just keep doing that. Just kill all of the hype and all of the excitement around Star Wars, you fucking douchebags. But anyway, I'm still waiting for the Solo trailer to drop. I'll do a live reaction and we'll see how it goes. And maybe they'll change our minds. Maybe this new trailer is going to look great. What's his name's going to be believable as Han Solo. We know Donald Glover is probably going to steal the show as Lando. So we'll see what happens. But until then, I'm just sitting around waiting, playing some Old Republic off and on pretty much all weekend. By the way, if anybody plays the Old Republic, please let me know. Fun game. I'm on there. I'm on the Satil Shan server. I have both light side and dark side characters, so I'm always up and about. But in the meantime, I think I'm going to stop this video because I've ranted on long enough. And again, Dave and I will have a lot more to talk about tonight when we record the podcast. But I just wanted to do this just because, fuck it, I can do it live. So why not? Until then, guys, may the force be with you.